Hello guys, this is just an update on one of the engines that isn't enjoying life so well. I did mention it in the last video, and it's the Tri Ang, as you can see, Transcontinental engine. But I'll show you her running. Well, as you can see, for a start, that isn't great. But for the most part, when she runs, you can't see an awful lot wrong. Just bring her back. She's stuck. But as you can see, oh, it's because I stopped trying to point, that's why. But the problem is, when you put any kind of weight on her, like if I just put my fingers in the front here and turn it up, which is not going at all now, but if I give her a push she will, but any kind of, you just get that buzz. And you know, now normally with Tri Ang engines, what you're supposed to see is, well, not supposed to see because I wouldn't recommend doing it, but let's just say grab any Tri Ang. Old Churchill here. If you should do that to him, or her I guess, you'll obviously know that the wheels look, and then you go when you let go. And yeah, she runs at a much greater rate as well, but I'm not too bothered about that. So, sorry about the noise by the way, we've got a decorator in. So if I grab a screwdriver, I'll open her up and show you what the problem, well, what one of the problems is. There's another funnel screw, which again implies that it's quite old because the newer ones didn't. Right. Well, alright. So there you go. Now the strange thing is here, there is a screw, a place for a screw to go here on the motor, but underneath it there's kind of like a plastic hat which is glued to it or something, but you cannot get this motor out. Now I was talking to a good friend of mine here on YouTube, Cliff from Janice and Cliff, who's pretty much an expert on these, and he's got a little book, and he looked it up, and sure enough, some of the early models you couldn't take the motors out apparently. But I don't know, I mean, I don't know if someone's messed with it, because obviously it is second hand, but I think most of them also have a little lamp behind the front light, and this one doesn't, or at least a smoke machine or something, but no, this has got nothing. So there's obviously some friction somewhere, because there's only so much that can go wrong with the motor, I suppose, and if something did go wrong it just wouldn't work. There's no halfway around it, so there must be something with the wheels that's creating friction somewhere. But you take this bottom plate off, you just get to the chassis and the pickups. You can't get any closer to the axles, so you can't oil them or maintain them or check to see if they're worn. So it's a bit of a dead loss really. I mean, it's a shame. I suppose she does run, which is a plus, but you know, I kinda don't like running her, which is a bit of a shame, because obviously it seems like she's struggling. So if you've got any idea, you got one, or if you have any ideas, let me know. But there's really, you can't really do a lot more than take the body off. Obviously I've had the brushes out, cleaned the commutator, and also I should mention, when she's running I've plugged a multimeter in, and she pulls quite a lot of current, getting on for about half an amp, which is ridiculous because normally, you know, a quarter of an amp is normally high really. So you know, that amount of current means there's a lot of power flowing through this motor, and also what you'll see if you run it with the body off is you get a lot of sparks around the commutator where the brushes contact, and that obviously helps to make the commutator dirty more quickly, and then you need servicing much more quickly. I don't know if you can see that. I'll try and show it. Mind you, it'll be sod's law that you won't see it now. You can't really see it, can you? It might be the other side. Either way, there's rather a lot of sparks. And so that I've found I've had to be cleaning things quite frequently. But apart from that, I've serviced it normally, and I think there must be something more wrong with that. Now there is this screw here too, but I don't know what it does. It goes right the way through to the back, and it seems to hold this chassis on. But while the wheels are still in, you can't get it off because they hold it all together. And I don't want to start pulling the wheels off, obviously, because that's kind of a death warrant for the engine, isn't it? But yeah, see what you think. Cheers, guys. See you.